Episode 4, we're continuing to improve the utility I started in episode 1 that helps me find bad blocks on a number of slightly defective 8TB hard drives I received for Christmas. In episode 3, we gave ourselves a slightly fancier command line, but in this episode, we're going to add some serious flair to our command line. Here's how the command line interface currently looks. And here's how you use it. It's a bit of a pain working out what device path I need for the hard drive I've plugged in. To find that device path, I have to ls blocks, find a device that's not mounted and has roughly the right size. You'll see here it says 3.7 gigs, not 8TB, and that's because I'm using a tiny flash drive for testing. We can improve the output of ls blocks. For example, I don't need the partitions, I just want the disks. -D, and I don't want the name, I want the path. -O path. And on the outside of all these hard drives is printed a unique serial number. That's definitely the easiest way to identify it. So maybe the command line interface shouldn't take the path to the device, it should just take the serial number and then work out what the path is from that. Luckily, ls blocks is also designed for this sort of thing. And that's why it has the -J option to print it out in JSON. So we'll get to print it out in JSON, pass that in our program, and use that to construct a fancier command line. To pass the output, we're going to use Pydantic. Load devices runs ls blocks and captures the standard output. We use two Pydantic models to parse the JSON that comes from ls blocks. Then we go through the parsed output and create a dictionary that maps device serials to the device path. In our argument parser, let's swap out the device for serial and restrict the values to those serials that came back from ls block. Because the arguments model should only ever be used inside this parseArgs function, let's just bring it inside this function. Device is now serial. Let's check that. Well, I've obviously done something wrong. That's just complete nonsense. That should have been... That's better. Most of these serial numbers I'll never want to select because they're the hard drives inside my laptop, so I can just exclude them from the choices. Much nicer. It's a bit of a pain to have to think of an output file name. I should make it so that if I haven't passed an output file name, it just uses the serial number with a .txt extension. We make it optional in the argument parser, reflect that in the model, and then if it isn't specified, we default it to a file with the serial stem, the .txt suffix, and it's just relative to the current working directory. Another mistake, that shouldn't be triple dot, because I've put star, but I meant to put question mark. Output's now optional. And there is our output file. It can take days for this utility to finish, so it'd be really annoying if we accidentally obliterated an already completed file. Let's make it so that if it's using a default output path, it will refuse to overwrite an existing file. It refused to write the file and exited with a non-zero status code, meaning failure. I think that's enough pizzazz added to the command line interface for one day. In the next episode, let's look at adding shell completion, which, to be honest, is actually a lot easier than you think it's going to be. If you've got any questions about the code that's been written, or you'd like to see me make a tweak or improvement to some of the existing code, leave it in the comment below. Remember, like, subscribe, fax the video.